Good morning, students. Today's topic is abortion. In previous class, I told you and discussed about the virginity, pregnancy, and delivery. If a woman, whether virgin or deflorated, I told you, and what are the signs of virginity and what are the signs of defloration, and what is the difference between parous and nulliparous uterus, the whole thing, and signs of pregnancy and delivery. There's recent signs of delivery in the dead and living. All we discussed in the previous class. Today's class is abortion. If a woman legally got married, the pregnancy ends with delivery. If it is illegal, if the pregnancy is a cause of an illegal pregnancy, it ends with abortion. Even legal marriages, legal pregnancies are also in some cases ends with abortion due to some therapeutic reasons. Okay, what is the abortion? There are two definitions. Number one is legal definition and number two is medical definition. Legal definition is abortion is expulsion of fetus from the mother's womb at any time of pregnancy before full term is completed. This is the legal definition. In medical definition, this definition just varies. That means premature expulsion of fetus from the mother's womb after 28 weeks of gestation. Before 28 weeks of gestation, after this, the term used is stillbirth. Before 28 weeks of gestation is medical definition, and after 28 weeks, the death of the fetus is stillborn. What is the classification of abortion? The classification is so many times, but complete abortion, incomplete abortion, and missed abortion, inevitable abortion, threatened abortion. Like there are so many types of abortion is there. Incomplete, induced, inevitable, and missed, recurrent, septic, spontaneous, therapeutic, and threatened abortion. Briefly, the classification is natural and artificial. Among under natural abortion, there are two: spontaneous abortions and accidental abortions. Spontaneous abortions are abortions occurs in the ill-healthy conditions of the mother or fetal abnormalities, or maternal causes and fetal causes. And accidental abortions are any abortion took place due to the accident. That means, for example, if you shake a woman, pregnant woman, full-term woman, she may cause, it may induce abortion, but if the embryo or fetus is very healthy, it may not occur. So accidental abortion is like that. Artificial abortions are therapeutic abortions and criminal abortions. Natural abortion. Natural abortions are 15% of all pregnancies took place, the natural abortions. And what are the causes of natural abortions? Under natural abortions, spontaneous abortion is spontaneous. Those are defect in the ova. That means ovarian defects and developmental defect of the fetus. There are so many causes: defect in the ova, developmental defect of the fetus, low implantation of zygote, disease of the placenta or decidua, RH incompatibility, introverted uterus, uterine fibroids, malformed uterus, uterine hyperplasia, hypertension, diabetes, hormonal deficiency. All those are 10 causes of natural abortion under spontaneous abortion. Type of spontaneous abortion. If you discuss one by one, what is the defect in the ova, what are the defects in the ova, what are the developmental defects of the fetus, each one takes one class. For clinical and academic interest, we will discuss when we come to the classes. And now we will proceed to the next: sudden shock and emotional disturbances, syphilis, nephritis, or any renal complications, drug toxicity, arsenic and lead toxic, metallic poisonings, all those 15, the cause 15 are the causes of spontaneous abortions. Accidental abortions, I told you, general shakeup in advanced pregnancy may induce abortion. And artificial abortions are, what is artificial abortion? It is therapeutic and criminal. Therapeutic abortion is legal or justifiable if the abortion done in good faith to save the mother's life. If the mother suffering from severe illness, if she continues the pregnancy until full term to proceed to end in a delivery, it may cause endanger to the mother's life. Then you can do the therapeutic abortion. It was declared in Declaration of Oslo in 1970 as an MTP Act. It was amended in 1971 as Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act. Any abortions or therapeutic which are done in good faith to save the mother's life. It was the World Medical Association amended this act, Declaration of Oslo. Then the medical termination is criminal abortion. What is criminal abortion? Criminal abortion is the induced destruction of the fetus, induced destruction and expulsion of the fetus before full term attained from the mother's womb unlawfully. If we ask define criminal abortion, then you should write these 3 words: must and should. What are those? Destruction and expulsion and unlawfully. So destruction and expulsion of the fetus from the mother's womb unlawfully is the criminal abortion. This criminal abortion mostly done by widows and unmarried women who got pregnancy illegally. So what are the and unsafe abortion? What is unsafe abortion? Abortions conducted in where there are no facilities, the hospitals or any other place where there are no facilities or defined as unsafe abortions. What are the abortionists? Abortionists are 3 types. Number 1 is skilled abortionists, and number 2 is semi-skilled abortionists, and number 3 is unskilled abortionists. Those are semi-skilled abortionists are trained dais or trained midwives or trained nurses. Skilled abortionists are qualified doctors, and unskilled are quacks. So what are the legal aspects of arises in the chapter abortion? Under section number 312 IPC to 316 IPC deals with abortion. Section 312 IPC deals with the voluntary criminal abortion. If anybody done abortion voluntarily, comes under this number IPC 312, which may leads to imprisonment up to 3 years and fine. In this section, the consent of the woman should be taken, and if it causes endangers of the mother's health, or if the mother dies, then the imprisonment should be grave. If the abortion is partial, that means not complete, incomplete, then the accused will be punishable. The abortion will not succeed, then the abortionist may punish half of the imprisonment of the number 312 section. Number 313 deals with the abortion without consent of the woman. Number 314 deals with the woman dies, then the accused will punish 10 years of imprisonment and fine up to 2 lakhs rupees. If number 314 denotes, IPC denotes that if the abortion takes place and if the abortionist try to do the criminal abortion and the woman may quit with child, that means the delivery has taken place, then the fetus may dies. Then the accused may punished with imprisonment up to 10 years and 2 lakhs imprisonment. Number section 315 deals, IPC deals with the Preconception and PNDT Act. As per this act, if the fetus is female and the abortionist do abortion to kill the female fetus, he was imprisoned rigorously with the life imprisonment or 10 years imprisonment. These are the legal aspects in the chapter in the case of abortion. Medical Termination of Pregnancy Act. It is an act amended in 1971. Under this act, pregnancy can be terminated under the following conditions. What are the indications of to terminate the pregnancy in therapeutic way? What are the indications? Number one is therapeutic causes. That means if the continuation of the pregnancy is endangers to the mother's health, or it may cause injury to the serious injury to the pregnant woman's physical or mental health, or when the risk is to the child being born with abnormalities. That means the pregnant woman may suffer serious viral infections like smallpox or any other diseases, severe viral infections, then like German measles, smallpox, chickenpox, toxoplasmosis, and viral infections. These may be these are the viral infections may cause defect in the fetus. So those conditions also you can terminate the pregnancy. If pregnant woman treated with some drugs like thalidomide, antidepressants, cortisone, aminoterine, antimitotics, or if she consumes hallucinogens like that. If mother is exposed to radiation or radioisotopes, or insanity of the parents, both parents are insanity and the fetus may attain the congenital abnormalities. In those conditions also, the abortion may be therapeutic. And number one is therapeutic, number two is eugenic, and number three is humanitarian. That means on humanitarian grounds we can terminate the pregnancy. What are those humanitarian grounds? If the pregnancy is caused by rape, then you can induce therapeutically. You can induce abortion therapeutically. Social causes are when pregnancy has resulted from the failure of contraceptive methods. In case of a married woman, if the contraception is failed, that means vasectomy or tubectomy or any intrauterine devices or any other copper T loops or contraceptive methods if fails, then the married woman gets pregnancy, then we can do the abortion, induce the abortion. Environmental causes. What are the environment? If the environment, the living pregnant woman environment is dangerous to his mental or physical health, then also you can induce the therapeutic abortion. And then what are the rules of medical termination of pregnancy? That means only a qualified medical practitioner possessing a PG degree or PG diploma in OBG can be permitted to terminate pregnancy. The district medical officer, DMHO or chief medical officer of the district can give permission to do the license to do the termination of the pregnancy. A medical practitioner who is experienced with MTPs of 25 in number, if we done 25 cases of MTPs, then the DMHO can give the permission to do abortions. and who the medical qualified doctor who had a training of 6 months in OBG department can also permit to do the therapeutic abortions, medical termination of pregnancy. The pregnancy should be terminated in government hospitals only. Number second rule is it should be terminated in government hospitals or private hospitals which are taken license from the district medical officer, or non-governmental institutions can also do the medical termination of pregnancy under the license, under the obtain if they obtain license from the DMHO. The consent of the woman is required before conducting the abortion, but the woman consent is required by the guardian if the pregnant woman is a minor, or mentally ill person. Consent of the husband is not necessary. The abortion cannot be performed on the request of the husband if the woman herself is not willing. It cannot do by the request of the husband if the woman herself is not willing. Then next sixth rule is the woman need not produce proof of her age. The woman should not produce the proof. The statement of the woman is enough to do the abortion. It is enough for the woman to state that she is raped. I am raped, please do abortion. So on humanitarian grounds, the medical termination of pregnancy can be done. Professional secrecy has to be maintained by the doctor, and the admission register should be maintained, and the person who came to having medical termination of pregnancy has given a number, and his name will be kept in a secrecy, and the serial number should be maintained in a year, and those documents should be kept in an envelope, and this envelope should be kept in a safe locker, and it should be very secret document. This is the duty of the medical officer to maintain a secrecy, the secrecy of the medical document termination of the pregnancy. If the pregnancy is below 12 weeks, it can be terminated by a single doctor, but it is in between the 20 weeks, 12 to 20 weeks, two doctors should be perform abortion. That means one medical officer can take the opinion of the second medical officer, and the abortion can be done by single medical officer. Once the opinion is performed, the termination can be done by any one of the doctors. In an emergency, pregnancy can be done by a single doctor even after 20 weeks. In a private doctor, all the rules can be relaxed. If the emergency abortion can be done, the above rules can be relaxed. The termination of pregnancy by a person who is not registered medical practitioner or an unrecognized hospital shall be punished with rigorous imprisonment for a term which shall not be less than 2 years, but which may extend to 7 years. When the doctor has some qualified doctor performs medical termination, he will be protected from any legal action of above sections. Confidentiality. That means every the hospital which performs abortions and the doctor who performs abortions should maintain confidentiality. That means the records should be kept in secret. Therapeutic abortion methods. What are the methods of therapeutic abortion? The methods of therapeutic abortion are: number one, you can induce mifepristone, that means trade name is RU486, which inhibits the action of progesterone. It causes the breakdown of the endometrium and detachment of the embryo from the uterine wall. After 36 to 48 hours, the misoprostol prostaglandin is given to produce the uterine contractions, and thus the fetus will be expelled out. This is one of the therapeutic method of abortion. Number two is electrical vacuum aspiration. That means the cervix is dilated with the dilators, and between 8 to 12 weeks of pregnancy, a 9mm cannula is sufficient to produce the dilatation of the cervix, and you have to induce the vacuum inside the uterine wall, and it detaches the contents, and you have to use the vacuum pump for evacuation of the contents of the fetus. It is electrical vacuum aspiration. Aspiration usually takes 3 to 5 minutes. Ease of performance. So what are the advantages of electrical vacuum abortion? Performance is very easy, and it it is it causes less hemorrhage and diminished danger. That reduced danger of perforation of uterus are the advantages of this method. So, and another, the DNC, dilatation of the cervix and curettage. This is one of the methods, and another method is dilatation of the cervix and injection of oxytocin into the uterus. Dilatation of the cervix and evacuation of the uterus by curettage, DNC method. This is another method, and low rupture of the membranes is the another method. And pastes, some pastes are injected through a by a cannula into the cervical canal, and these pastes are water pastes, and some other pastes should be used to induce the abortion. These will produce the dilatation and separation and evacuation of the expulsion of the fetus. These pastes are used like this. And number 7 is prostaglandins. Prostaglandin E2, PGE2, and prostin F2 induce labor and abortion. This can be given intravenously or orally, or intra-amniotic injection of 25 mg can be induced abortion. Amniotic fluid replacement therapy. That means you can replace the amniotic fluid, and it is useful in the 12th week of pregnancy. It causes intrauterine death of fetus, and later if you induce this normal saline into the uterine cavity, then it may abort the fetus. Manual vacuum aspiration. It is very easy method and very safe method. That means if you put a vacuum inside the uterine cavity by a syringe with a plastic cannula, and the products of conception will be evacuated through this vacuum syringe. It is very safe. Abdominal hysterotomy. This is another method used after 14 weeks of pregnancy. Abortion and the medical practitioner. What are the duties of the medical practitioner? So sometimes the medical practitioner done the abortion, incomplete abortion, and said to the doctor to do the abortion. So you have to keenly observe whether any attempt was made to the woman, pregnant woman. And some women may insert some tablets of potassium permanganate into the vagina, which causes auto-localized ulceration with profuse bleeding, and she may comes to the qualified doctor to do the abortion. All these factors should be keep in mind and should treat the patient accordingly. So these are the hiding facts should be noticed by the qualified doctor, and attempt is made after careful examination and careful attention to do the abortion. So next is criminal abortion. Among artificial abortion, number 1 is therapeutic abortion, number 2 is criminal abortion. Criminal abortion is, I told you, criminal abortion is induced destruction and expulsion of the fetus from mother's womb unlawfully. This word should be very, very important. When there is no therapeutic indication for the abortion, it is mainly done by the widows of the unmarried women before the 3rd month of pregnancy. Usually, first trimester of pregnancies should be aborted by criminal procedures. What are the criminal abortion investigation? Criminal abortion, how to investigate a criminal abortion? The case of criminal abortion is investigated only when the woman dies and when someone gives the information. If the woman dies by the procedure of abortion, then the legal procedure will be stopped. And anybody gives, whether relatives or in-laws gives that the pregnant woman commits abortion, then the criminal abortion will be investigated. Abortionists are, I told you, semi-skilled, skilled, and unskilled. And what are the legal aspects? I told you. And what are the methods of procuring criminal abortion? The methods commonly used for terminating the unwanted pregnancy should be divided into 3 periods. Up to the end of the first month, the pregnant woman tries herself to get the abortion herself by doing hot baths and violent exercises and purgatives. She may use purgatives to irritate the genitourinary or uterus, and she thinks that these exercises may cause abortion, and she will try. Extreme violence may lead to internal injury and may endanger his life. Number 2 is up to the end of the second month, when the suspicion of pregnancy becomes certainty or true, then abortifacient drugs are used. Some abortifacient drugs, she will inquire all the facts or any relatives or any other persons about the drugs, abortifacient drugs, any drug, whatever the drug they told, the facts told or the relatives told or friends told, she will use those abortifacient drugs, and she may land into dangerous. Number 3rd is 3rd to 4th month. After failing all those above methods to procure abortion, the female will goes to the another methods of procuring abortion. So these, after this, the mechanical interference is must, and there may be some procedures to procure abortion. What are those methods of procuring abortion, criminal abortion? Number 1 is abortifacient drugs. Abortifacient drugs are divided into some groups. What are those? Some groups, some drugs which produce contraction of the uterus without causing the dilatation of the cervix, but to get complete abortion, the dilatation of the cervix is must. These drugs will produce contraction of the uterus only. These are called ecbolics. Contraction, and these produce bleeding of the uterine bleeding, followed by contraction of the uterus and later expulsion. If cervix is not dilated, the expulsion is not possible, and then these detached parts of the parts of the conception will be infected. So it will may cause endangers to the life of the pregnant woman. Number ecbolics are contraction drugs. Number 2, second drug. These examples of these ecbolics are ergot alkaloids. Most commonly used drug is ergot alkaloids, and Adrastis canadensis and quinine, which causes uterine nerves, which action upon the uterine nerves. Quinine, anti-malarial drug, can be used as abortifacient drugs, and metallic substance like lead in the form of lead oleate may cause the abortion. Pituitary extract also can be used as ecbolic, which causes specific oxytocin effect on the uterine muscle and causes abortion. And some decoctions, root bark, cotton root bark, nitrobenzoyl, all those will be used as ecbolics. Number 3 is emmenagogues. Number 2 is emmenagogues. These produce or increase menstrual flow and act as abortifacient. These examples are sabin, borax, epiol, lobrum, estrogens, and sanguinary. And number 2 is irritants of number 3. Among under heading B, A, number 2 is irritants of genitourinary tract. These produce reflex uterine contractions. Example: oil of pennyroyal, oil of tansy, oil of turpentine, cantharides, and potassium permanganate. The solution or tablets dissolved in water can be used as genitourinary tract. These produce contractions and inflammation and hemorrhage of the uterine walls and produce abortion. Irritants of the gastrointestinal tract. That means some drugs like saline cantharoid cathartics and magnesium sulfate produce hyperemia and of the large bowel, which may produce the irritation of the uterus and may act as abortifacient. Drugs like purgatives and calomel jala, colocin, croton oil, castor oil, phenolphthalein, rhubarb, all those will act as these drugs. Drugs of poisonous effect. Some drugs which produce poisonous effect on the body or inorganic irritants. These are divided into inorganic and organic irritants. These are lead, copper, iron, and mercury. And organic irritants are cantharides and the papaya fruit. Unripe papaya fruit can be used as an abortive. Seeds of carrot, moringa, juice of calotropis, bark of plumbago, rosea, caryophyllus, meaty, saffron, etc., etc., can be used as poisonous effect on the uterine muscles. And number 2 is general violence. If the person fails to procure abortion above all the abortifacient drugs, then the violence should be used by the abortionist or the pregnant woman herself. It acts directly on the uterus or indirectly by producing congestion of the pelvic organs. Hemorrhages between uterus and membranes will be occurs and produce abortion. Intentional severe pressure on the abdomen by kneading, blows, kicks, jumping, tight lacing of the abdomen, around the abdomen. If the pregnant woman tight the lacing of the either petticoat or any undergarment can be was the intentional pressure. Violent exercise, horse riding, cycling, and all those can be induced. Cupping. This is one method. That is, a mug is turned downwards under the lighted wick. Under the lighted wick, a mug is turned downwards, placed on the hypogastrium, and pulling of the mug suddenly produces separation of the placenta. This is the belief, and so sometimes may cause the damage of the skin around the hypogastrium and may it infects and may cause septicemia. Hot and cold baths. These are all the general violent methods. And local violence. What are the local violence? That means what are the methods to induce abortion, criminal abortion, by introducing some drugs into the uterus or some instruments into the mechanical interference. What are those? Syringe. That means ordinary enema can be given. Ordinary enema solution. That means soap water or saline water or any other enema solution which is used for enema can be induced into the uterine cavity by a syringe with a enema cannula and inserted into the uterus and introduce the fluid into the uterine cavity. And this fluid produces death of the fetus and detachment of the placenta from the uterine walls and produce abortion. These syringes are one of the syringes or Dickinson syringe can be used. This is having a bulb and suction valve, and this can be put in the fluid, and this the bulb, if you pressure the bulb, then the fluid from the bowl may goes to into the uterine cavity, and the uterine cavity filled with that irritant fluids. The fluid detaches the parts of the amniotic sac and produce contraction, hemorrhage, and abortion may takes place. Irritant substances also added to that enema solutions, but like Lysol, Cresol, Corrosive, sublimate, alum, inorganic acids, potassium permanganate, formalin, turpentine can be also used as irritants. Arsenic compounds and lead compounds can also be used as irritants. Irritants to introduce the fluid into the uterine cavity. So these causes extensive tissue destruction and lead to infection and may fatal hemorrhage. Death results from septicemia or embolism, either air embolism or amniotic fluid embolism. The risk of air embolism is very high. The emboli may enter into the brain and may cause death, or it may enter into the pulmonary circulation and may result in the pulmonary thromboembolism (PTE). In early pregnancy, the antiseptic fluid enters the peritoneal cavity via fallopian tubes and causing shock and chemical peritonitis, and may cause venous thrombosis and uterine infarction. hot douchings, the vaginal douchings with hot and cold water may considerable with considerable force may induce carried out by self or induced by the abortionist may cause air embolism or fluid amniotic fluid embolism. So these are the complications of syringing method. Forcible syringing of the fluid may rupture and may cause the air embolism or amniotic fluid embolism. Rupture of the membranes. This is another method of local violence. By introducing the instrument, membranes are ruptured. What are those instruments? Uterine song, catheter, probe, stick, pencil, any instrument. Pen, pencil, pen holder, umbrella rib, knitting needle, crochet needle, cotton rod, nail, hairpin, piece of wire, glass rod, screwdriver, dosing cannula. It all except can be used, introduced into the cavity of the uterus and to rupture the membranes. The rupture of the membranes displaces the amniotic fluid and causes abortion. Detachment of the uterus, fetus, and causes abortion. Syringe aspiration. That means if you aspirate the amniotic fluid with a syringe with the cannula, then the amniotic fluid displacement, then the fetus die and the sac of the fetus will be detached from the uterine wall and the abortion may take place. Dilatation of the cervix. If the dilatation of the cervix is done by the dilators or any other foreign bodies left in the cervical canal can be produce abortion. What are those foreign bodies? Pessaries like Laminaria tenti. That means Laminaria tenti is a dried stalk of a seaweed which is kept in the cervical canal. It absorbs the vaginal secretions and bulge out. So it produces dilatation of the cervix by bulging through the absorption of the vaginal secretions. And C-tangle tent, which is 10 centimeters long, can also produce the dilatation of the cervix and causes congestion and contraction with the expulsion of the fetus. These are used after 8 weeks of pregnancy in nulliparous and in cases with the rigid cervix. The cervical canal may be dilated by the introducing the compressed sponge into the cervix and leaving it there. This sponge absorbs the secretions and bulge out and may cause expulsion of the fetus. The sponge swells from the moisture and retains segment with expulsion of the fetus. Slippery embark. It is one of the tree bark. This tree is grown in Central North America. This produces cuts into pieces, and these pieces put in the vaginal cavity up to the cervix, and these also bulge and produce the cervical dilatation, and these may produce the abortion. So abortion stick, it is very, very important. It is done by the Thais trained, unskilled, semi-skilled, not unskilled, semi-skilled persons, paramedical staff. This is a stick, bamboo stick or some other stick, thin stick, 12 to 18 centimeters long, wrapped around at one end with cotton or wool piece, soaked with juice of marking nut, calotropis juice, jackberry, asafoetida juice, or paste made of arsenic oxide, arsenic sulfate, mercury chloride, or red lead, etc. This stick is soaked with all these materials and put into the vaginal cavity, cervical cavity, and this cervix dilated, and there will be erosion and irritant effect and erosion and hemorrhage will be formed. As hemorrhagic and erosion conditions, the fetus may be detached from the uterine wall and the abortion maybe takes place. This is another method. The most commonly used juice is calotropis juice or Nerium odorum juice, Cerebra thievitia, Plumbago rosea. These are the juices applied to the abortion stick. Air insufflation. Air is introduced into the vagina and uterus by various methods like pumps, syringes, douchings, and orogenital contact. If this air insufflation is introduced into the uterine cavity, this may separate the fetus from the uterus, and it may causes rupture and may produce abortion. And the dangerous contraindication is air embolism. Electricity. That means electric shock. that means one negative pole is placed in the posterior fornix of the cervix and the positive pole is placed in the sacrum. And if you pass the current of 110 volts, then there may be abortion. And then curettage. Dilatation and DNC method. Dilatation and curettage method. Some semi-skilled persons can do this. And there may be incomplete parts of the conception may be retained in the uterus and may produce infection to the pregnant woman. Paste. Some pastes are used. These are pastes containing soap, myrrh, resinoid, thymol, potassium iodide, mercury. That means Otus paste, Fetex paste are used in a collapsible tube with uterine applicator. These, when introduced in the uterus through external hose, these detach the parts of the placenta and produce necrosis and infection and uterine wall and produces the abortion. Failure is high in this method. Evidence of abortion. What is the evidence of abortion in living and in dead? In the living, the abortion cases come to the doctor in the following conditions. When a woman elects abortion after a blow or a quarrel in order to inflict severe penalty on the accused. Understand? When a woman elects abortion, that means if a woman after quarrels with somebody, tenants or neighbors, then she elects due to this quarrel, due to their blows, I got abortion. Like that, the medical legal case will be filed. When a woman charged with abortion, but she wishes to conceive it. She was charged with the abortion, but usually if she wants to conceal it, then the legal person will be arise. What are the signs of injury to the abdomen when the pregnant woman comes? The signs of abortion are essentially those of recent delivery. If a pregnant woman after delivery, what are the signs she possesses? Even abortion also same signs, but it depends on the length of the pregnancy. The signs are modified depending on the time that has passed between the abortion and the examination. In abortion, during the first 2 to 3 months of pregnancy, these signs are ill-defined and consist of hemorrhage, slight softening of the external walls and vaginal walls, and the slight enlargement of the uterus, which disappear in few days. The breast changes of pregnancy in case of nulliparous are very useful. During the 4th and 5th months of pregnancy, the hemorrhage is more marked, and the internal loss may admit one finger. In 4th and 5th month of pregnancy, abortion, it takes place. The internal lobes os admit one finger. The os is not injured in abortions of less than 6 months of pregnancy. In general, the genital tract and the surrounding area should be examined for any injuries with any forceps or any other instruments used to procure the abortion. Vaginal canal may show erosions and lacerations. Cervix can show marks of valsalum forceps and fissures and lacerations indicating use of an instrument. What are the organisms causes sepsis in incomplete or criminal abortion? Clostridium velicae, E. coli, Streptococcus pyogenes, Staphylococcus aureus, Staph aureus, anaerobic streptococci, and all these bacteria should cause the sepsis. All these material should be collected and sent for bacteriological examination and chemical analysis. What are the post-mortem evidence of criminal abortion? That means evidence in the dead. Before this, we had seen the evidences of signs and evidences in the living person, but what are the evidences in the dead person? When should be suspicion occurs? If the deceased person is a pregnant, has committed criminal abortion or procured criminal abortion by an abortionist. What is the suspicious reasons? Number one is the deceased should be pregnant and That deceased means the dead person is pregnant and she should be deeply cyanosed. If you observe the dead person is cyanosed and pregnant, then it is, you can suspect that this is a death of criminal abortion, death by criminal abortion. Instruments to procure abortion or abortifacient drugs are found at the scene of death. And underclothing of the dead woman may be disturbed after death. Soapy or bloodstained fluid may coming out of the vagina. These points can be suspicious of a deceased person who is died of criminal abortion. The evidence of criminal abortion is obtained from the deceased relatives, by obtaining the history of the person, deceased person, by taking the medical history and whereabouts of the prior to death, and the clinical and autopsy examination of the aborted material if available. Accused conviction. That means the conviction of the accused, that means abortionist, the following points should be proved: that the dead woman was pregnant, the woman must be pregnant, and the accused was responsible for that act, and that the accused acted for the purpose of produce illegal abortion, and the death occurred as a result of induced illegal abortion. What is the expelled material? You have to examine the external examination of the deceased person and any injuries on the parts of the pubic area or the genital organs, and you should note it, and anything, the expelled material should be collected and reserved for it for clinical analysis and histopathological examination. Whether it is blood clots or polyps or any other material, the expelled material should be examined. And you have to examine at the evidence of the scene, condition of the bed linen, or what is the condition of the bed linen, and any signs of recent interference of pregnancy, any evidence of discarded linen, dressings, cotton wool, swabs, bowls, etc. presence at the scene of death, presence of any known abortifacient drugs surrounding the scene of death, abortion by these drugs. So all the examining all this external examination, you have to examine the any drugs present in the alimentary canal tract. So you have to dissect the abdomen. Remember, you are doing the postmortem examination of a dead person died due to criminal abortion. So you have to dissect the body and you examine the alimentary tract to see the presence of any chemicals or drugs present in the intestinal tract or stomach. And these should be collected and preserved and sent to the chemical analysis. And any instrumental abortion, in case of instrumental abortion, any injuries present in the external genitalia, or you may open the abdomen and you should dissect the uterus. You examine the uterus and by opening the uterus by a classical cesarean section, and examine the uterus and uterine cavity and cervix and vagina. Any injuries or any other symptoms present, these should be suspicion of criminal abortion. Embolism is suspected, then you should presence of air in the large veins may be seen, or any other perforation. Criminal abortion may produce perforations, and these perforations may extend into the surrounding visceral organs or surrounding bowel may be perforated. So you should observe the peritonitis. All this should be observed by opening the abdomen. Pelvic dissection is very, very important. Pelvic dissection with bloodless field very important, and you do the pelvic dissection and examine the uterus, cervix and vagina. Any injuries will be seen, and then anus and other parts of pelvic organs should be examined. If abortion by syringing, then the fluid will be more in the uterine cavity. The fluid may be foamy red or dark red color, or it may be enters into the uterine sinusoids, and it may enter into the heart, and the heart may be ballooned out. So this is the evidence in the dead woman. What is the fabricated abortion? When a woman is assaulted, women try to exaggerate the offense by alleging that she is asked to her to abort. she acquire a human fetus or an animal fetus to support the charge. If a woman is assaulted by any other person, then the woman try to get more compensation from the other party, and then by alleging that during by that assault only I got abortion. Like that, this is known as fabricated abortion. She may produce animal fetus, or she may acquire some fetus anywhere. What are the doctor's duties in criminal abortion? The doctor should keep all the information obtained, and the doctor has to take the statement from the pregnant woman. If she refuses, he has to treat the case, and he has to take the opinion of the specialist, obesity specialist, and you should treat it, and you should not give the, if the patient died, you should not give the death certificate. He has to inform the doctor you should inform the police. Medical legal importance of placenta. The placenta gives an idea of a strength of length of gestation. The products of conception we retain in the uterus. Medical legal importance of placenta is important because it gives an idea of length of gestation, and the products of conception will retain in the uterus. The transfer of poisons from bacteria, antibodies across the placenta may result in that these can be detected. Trauma and abortion will be very, very close relation, and any other trauma may cause abortion can be calculated by examining the pregnant woman. Trauma may cause the fatal injury also. What are the medical legal questions? This is not necessary. What are the causes of criminal death of pregnant women in a case of criminal abortion? The causes should be number one, immediate deaths. These immediate deaths are number one, vagal inhibition, air embolism, hemorrhage, fat embolism, amniotic fluid embolism, rarely poisoning. Delayed deaths, onset within 48 to 72 hours, or septicemia, pyemia, confined local infection, toxemia, general peritonitis, and tetanus. These are the delayed deaths. And remote deaths are jaundice, renal failure, bacterial endocarditis, and pulmonary embolism. These causes of death are divided into three: immediate causes, and delayed causes, and remote causes. I told you this is very, very important. Immediate cause of death: vagal inhibition, air embolism, hemorrhage. Air embolism is due to whenever the air enters into the uterine sinusoids and enters into the pulmonary circulation and brain circulation, it may cause PPTE, and it may cause thromboembolic manifestations in the brain also. So, pregnant woman may die due to the brain stroke or pulmonary thromboembolism. This is the air embolism. And what is the amniotic fluid embolism? Amniotic fluid embolism is very, very dangerous and common complication of pregnant women by who is procuring criminal abortion. The amniotic fluid enters into the uterine sinusoids and enters the pulmonary circulation, and this amniotic fluid causes embolism and causes severe embolism and causes immediate death of the pregnant woman. So these remote causes of death is jaundice, renal failure, ultimately renal failure, bacterial endocarditis, and pulmonary embolism. This mortality rate is 80%, amniotic fluid embolism. Pelvic trauma during parturition, rupture of uterus, instrumental interference may produce the openings of the sinus in the placental bed with consequent escape of amniotic fluid into the pulmonary circulation. First and second trimester abortions and following amniocentesis. The amniotic fluid enters into the maternal circulation as a result, pulmonary thromboembolism will develop. So I told you, vasospasm, pulmonary vasculature, pulmonary hypertension, right heart failure, and bronchospasm and hypoxia. Finally, landed in disseminated intravascular coagulation and leads to death. So, okay, with this, the abortion chapter is completed, and next will deals with the infant death. Please be prepared with a glance of reading with infant deaths. Okay, students. Okay, children. Thank you.
Here the last one.